Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Happy Blur's Day. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Coach Roxanne. You have found me on the Better Body Fitness fan page. Happy Thursday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love it. I just love being here. Yesterday was episode 365. And on we move, right? We had a lot of fun yesterday. We did some drawings. We're sending out some prizes today. We're doing a bigger drawing tomorrow for those of you that tagged your friends on yesterday's video. Kylie, good morning. Beth, good morning again. Happy Tuesday. Renee, happy Tuesday. Did you catch that? I'm not even going to apologize. It is what it is. It is what it is. Renee, good morning. Amy, good morning. Hootsek, episode 366. You know, time to me just, it's such an interesting thing. I was having the conversation with Chuck. Karen, good morning. Julie, good morning. Kimberly, Michelle, good morning. So last year was the first year that I didn't have kids going off to school, but it was different for everybody. So there wasn't all those first day of school pictures and all of that stuff. But now in the past week, I've seen all of these people posting the pictures of their first day of school with their kids. And for the first time, it kind of has struck my heart where I'm like, that's a season of my life I'll never have again. I will never, ever have that, taking my child to their first day of school, having them step up on the porch and take their first day pictures. Like, that is a season of life I'm done with. And that's just such a crazy thought and such a crazy feeling, because I did it for, I think we said 19 years, 20 years. I did that every year for 20 years. It's just a little mind-boggling. And when we tell people live every day like to its fullest, honestly do it, because it's such a crazy feeling when you get to this stage of life. It's empowering and it's freeing to be here. But 20 years ago, I could not even imagine this day. I couldn't even imagine this day. Who else do we have on here? Oh my goodness, we got the peeps on today. Ruth, good morning. Lynn, Charlene, Amy, good morning. Kim, Monica, happy Blur's Day. Corey, good morning. Coaching Clutch. Jenny, Dee Dee, good morning. Deanna, good morning. What is Dunkin' Donuts? Amy, good morning. Dobek, good morning. Sheila, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Stacy, good morning. Deanna, I can send Audrey over to come live with you. No, thank you. I love her, but no. My 4 dogs, I'm happy. I am happy. Carrie, good morning. Amber, good morning. Ruth, it's my first season of that, Roxanne. Still adjusting. Yes. Like, last year was really my first season, but everything was so weird that that was a season in itself. Like, there wasn't time to think about the other season that was happening. This is the first time I'm truly feeling it. So yes. Sarah, good morning. Amy, same. I never got sad on the first day of school, but I'm now sad that I won't have any more first day of schools. Oh my gosh, I feel it in my eyes. I get it. I was never sad either. I was sad when my babies started kindergarten. Like, I always shed the tears on that day. But that was it. Like, the rest, I was like, thank the gods that they're going back to school. And now it's a little different. Better Body winners, prizes coming today, peeps. I love it. All right, we got to get rolling. I've got lots of notes. Hopefully I can get it all done. I'm going to try and keep these to 15 minutes because I know you guys I know there's things to do. No more awkward pictures. What does that mean?
You know, put your arm around your sister.
Put your arm around your sister and
smile.
Oh Lord, yes. Oh my goodness. Anybody else have any of that? All right. The title of today's video is The Power of Momentum. So when we start this journey, and I've seen it forever, Heidi, good morning. You know, you get going and the momentum starts rolling, right? Like the first or second week, you're starting to feel better. You've got energy. For some of you, you get on the scale and you're like, I don't know what's going on, but I've lost 3 pounds or I've lost 5 pounds. And the ball of momentum starts rolling. And what happens? Let's be honest. We get scared. We get a little scared. Now, we might not equate it to scared. I'll get to that later on, but I truly believe that it's this moment of, is this for real? I know it's only water weight, or I know it's only this. Like all of a sudden we get momentum and we start to doubt what that momentum really is. Carrie, good morning. Mona, good morning. You know, it feels unnatural. How many of you ladies have been, you started a program, you got some progress, and then for whatever reason, you stopped? You know, it's that crazy yo-yo thing. But some of it is because it feels so unnatural because we've been working and trying to accomplish something, lose weight, feel better, whatever it is for so long that our mindset is like, what's happening here? What's going on? What am I supposed to do with this? I'm never going to be able to maintain this, right? Anybody ever been there? Jackie, good morning. I want to talk about harnessing the power of our momentum. I want to talk about changing that mindset and really grabbing a hold of it and hanging on as tight as we possibly can. I was listening to a podcast yesterday about momentum, and this gentleman was talking about this guy who went off to live with this tribe. Like a Brazilian tribe. They don't really let outsiders in very often. They live in teepees. They get around with machetes. Like it's a tribe. Like they don't have, you know, any of the comforts that we have today. But yet they were the happiest they could be. The guy said as far as he could, there was no depression in the tribe. There was no anxiety in the tribe. But every day the tribe had something they were striving for. The men would go off hunting. Every single day they would go off hunting. The women and the children would stay back. They would take care of the teepee, the laundry, the food, all of that kind of stuff. The hunters would come home at night and they'd celebrated and with joy every night over what the day was, no matter what it was. But they celebrated it every single day. What they didn't do was say they went out and they shot the big buffalo. They brought it back. And even though they could eat that they could live on that for the next week or two or however long it was, they didn't stop. They didn't decide, well, hey, we got this. Now we're going to be done for the next couple weeks. And we'll only go out hunting again when we absolutely have to. Right? They didn't stop the momentum. Every day they went out and they progressed forward. Tony Robbins says progress equals happiness. And is that not true? When we get into a place where we aren't progressing towards anything or aren't striving for something, it's almost like this dark cloud sets in. Almost like there's this, we lose what we want to do. We lose who we are because we're not trying. We're not striving for something. We need to be striving for something at all times. Jody, good morning. Debbie, good morning. You know, this tribe obviously doesn't sit on social media, which again, like I told you guys, I got off TikTok. I'm off. I'm never going back. When I say I'm doing something, I'm doing it. I don't mess around. That's not who I am. So I'm done. And I will not fill another social media platform in that time. So it's crazy. When I go up to bed now, the first thing I want to do is grab my phone. And I wanted to go for Facebook because I don't have TikTok. I don't. I put my phone down. Either I'm going to grab my book to read. And if I'm honestly too tired to do that, I'm just going to close my eyes. It's hard because I've created this habit over I don't know how many months of being on my phone. It's a habit now. It's something I've created. Now I need to create something more. I've got this momentum going. I need to fill that momentum or keep it with whatever is truly feeding my mind. So the tribe is constantly working for the betterment of the tribe. They always had a sense of purpose. Now, why do I bring this up? As you have stepped forward to create your new lifestyle. Now, you might have been doing this for 18 months now, right? You're creating this new lifestyle. It has to get going. It's hard to get going. And to keep momentum on your side. It's hard to keep the momentum on your side. And what happens? A lot of times we get the I deserve it. We do something for so long. Maybe we lose 20 pounds. Maybe we've been doing the 4 S's for 21 days. We've given up alcohol for 21 days. We've cut out sugar for 21 days or however it might be. And all of a sudden, instead of making a plan, we have the I deserve it. I deserve to have this glass of wine. I deserve to go have this ice cream. I deserve to sleep in today. I deserve to skip my workout today. Now, it might not sound exactly like that, but my guess is if you go back and you look at anything where you've had success and you've gone backwards, why did you go backwards? I'm going to guess there was something that had to do with the I deserve it. Pay attention to when your momentum picks up. What does happen? Sometimes we never even given the journey enough time to pick up momentum. We start going and we either get frustrated and overwhelmed that things aren't going fast enough and we stop. We don't even give momentum a chime. Momentum might take 6 months. It might take a year before you realize, like for me in my journey, when I lost my 100 pounds, it was slow going. It wasn't like I lost 100 pounds in 3 months. It took, if I can remember back correctly, it took like 18 months to 2 years. But when I looked back, it was like, holy man, like all the momentum I have. Now I had a choice. When I had lost that 100 pounds, I had a choice. Either harness that momentum, because the momentum wasn't in the first month or the second month. The momentum was in the end when I realized what I had accomplished. The ball was rolling and it was rolling fast. Now I could have either stopped it or I did what I did and I said, okay, I'm going to take this momentum and I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to start strength training. I'm going to start learning more about nutrition. I'm going to go and get certified to be a personal trainer. I'm going to go get certified to be a group trainer. Like I didn't just stop the momentum. I kept rolling with it. Like it's like a rocket ship taking off. And sometimes that in itself is scary because there's so much and it's so hard to hang on to and it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to give up. Because the work is hard. I'm never going to lie to you about that. The work is hard. Since September of last year, it's been a year. The momentum I've gained with our meal planning and prepping, and you guys see it every day. That's not easy. It's still hard today. Things about it have gotten easier. I still have to sit down. I still have to look up those recipes. I still have to get it on a grocery list. It's not easy. I've just learned ways to make it easier. Or now that I've done it for so long, now instead of 4 hours, it takes me 2. But it's still work. The momentum is still rolling. I'm still harnessing it. Carrie, the first 3 or 4 months, I was scared if I didn't show up, my weight would creep back on. But little did I know I had it wrong. 9 months later, I figured out mindset is so important. It brings you back to the basics. Believe you can and trust the process. Yes, exactly. So it took me years to gain momentum. Like I said, it was scary. It was hard. Have you ever had the case though? And I really want you to think about this. Have you ever had the case of I deserve it? Do you get a case of the I deserve it every weekend? And I want you to be honest about it. You don't have to be honest here on this platform with me because the honesty is yours. The self-awareness is for you. Does it get to be Friday night and do you have that moment of, I deserve this glass of wine. It's been a rough week. Now, I'm not saying not to do that. I'm just saying, do you have the momentum from Monday through Thursday rolling with you? And are you stopping the momentum because you got a case of the I deserve it? Like there is a point in this journey where yes, you have to have discipline. And some people struggle with discipline and deprivation. They're not the same. Depriving yourself of something is not the same of discipline. But again, only you can work through that. I can't tell you there's a difference. Only you can work through that. Things are going so good that you stop doing the things that got you where you are. Anybody? How many of you say, I'm a yo-yo dieter? Now, a lot of times we talk about maybe that program wasn't the best, or you were doing this, or you were doing that. But maybe it's because you had so much momentum, you got such great results, that in that moment you had a I deserve it. And sometimes when we get the I deserve it, we don't realize we've had them for months until we realize that we are back where we started on that journey. And then what do? We say, what the hell happened? What did I do? What did I let happen? That's yo-yoing, but we like to demonize that yo-yo too. Like I do really good on a diet and then I fall off. But is it really the diet? Are you doing something that wasn't sustainable, or did you make something unsustainable? Did you self-sabotage it in the back of your mind so that you didn't have to keep doing it, so that you had a reason to stop? I want you to think about this. Our program can be like every other program out there. It's a shift in the mindset. You take a program and you look at it as a whole and say, how am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Because you can. You just have to make it work for you. So I said, like, we cut out sugar, we cut out alcohol, we're getting up early, we're working out 4 or 5 days a week, and all of a sudden we stop. Why do we stop? What in our mind says it's okay today to not do this? It's okay to go ahead and have that today when it wasn't on our plan. Our plan had our momentum rolling, but then the mind starts talking to us. It's our comfort zone. It's our comfort zone sucking us back in. Here's your comfort zone, all right? If I had a rubber band wrapped around my 2 hands, here's the first meal. That first meal we prepped and planned. Here's that first workout we prepped and planned. And then we meal prep some more. We've got our smoothie, we've got our workouts, and we are stretching that rubber band. But what's that rubber band doing? It wants to pull us back to the comfort zone. That doesn't stop. The only way you stop that is if you keep going so far out of your comfort zone that you snap the rubber band so that the comfort zone doesn't even exist anymore. And I'm going to tell you, I have been on my journey for 15 years now. I don't know if I've completely snapped that rubber band, because there are moments, and I tell you about this, that Fat Roxanne is chained out back. This comfort zone is Fat Roxanne. She's constantly saying, come on, we can have one more drink. We can have some more sugar. Go ahead. Go for breakfast. Have mimosas and waffles and donuts. Go ahead. I'm out here like that rubber band is stretched far, like it's on the verge of snapping. But it's so easy to bring it back to here. You have to be self-aware. You have to have this awareness at all times. Self-awareness. When you say, I wish I had little Roxanne on my shoulder to come with me all the time, I'm always there. It's that voice of reason. It's that self-awareness. If I could give you all a gift, it would be to have the highest level of self-awareness at all times. Are you starting to creep into the I deserve it? Have you been doing our program and all of a sudden you're like, I think I need more. I think I need more. And then what happens, right? You're already doing all of this and it's working. It's working. You're doing amazing. You've got an amazing foundation. And all of a sudden you're like, what if I start to do this too? What if I start to do this too? Ooh, what if I start doing all of these things? And then what happens? We can't do it all. We get overwhelmed. We get frustrated and we forget what we did to lay that initial foundation, and we're lost. And a year later, we come back and we say, I'm having a hard time getting back on the wagon. Don't lose sight of what's working for you. Don't lose sight of the momentum you have. Don't try and rush the process. Remember, this is a lifestyle. Whatever you're doing today, other than leveling up some, you should be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Ruth, I saw you had a comment here. You made me realize in NSV that I have moved from I deserve this to I planned this. Exactly. I love that. I love that. I love that. So as a matter of fact, how can you push that momentum forward today? If you're like Roxanne, I've harnessed the momentum and I am rolling with it. How can you harness that momentum even more? Is it more water? Is it maybe a few more steps? Is it more sleep? Is it more recovery? It's not going to be another workout, another diet plan isn't going to give you more momentum if you've got the momentum rolling. Harness that momentum, my friends. Harness it. Work on the things that you're already doing to make them the best. Because if you've got that foundation laid, level up there. Because those are the things that are going to last. Harness your momentum. Amen. Amen. I love that, Sarah said. All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to end it today. I really want you to take this to heart. Now, if you want one more entry into that drawing for tomorrow, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to watch yesterday's. Tag one friend. Just take one friend on today's video. That's it. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have fun. We're going to draw for that. We're going to draw. I don't even remember what we said. Maybe that's why you have to go back and watch the video. Let me see if I can find it in my 2 pages of notes here. I don't know. Oh, an item from the swag store. So all you have to do today is tag one friend. Michelle, I love that you keep it real for me. The momentum is not scale movement for me. It's toning and feeling great. Yes. All right. I love you all. Go out and have a fantastic day and keep that momentum rolling.